party with me and you. Give everybody else a little bit of time to hop back on.
Okay.
I'm like sweating.
I said there's a little flex in there.
Nobody else saw that. Welcome back. Hopefully Kari gets back on and she can finish what she was going to say.
Hey, Billy, get that bicep out of the picture, bro. We can't see anything. Yeah.
That's funny. Let me message her and make sure she gets back on.
What are you doing, man? Why are you in the video?
He doesn't want his face seen. He thinks he's like.
I know, but
You're like.
he's more fun to look at, you know?
Okay, I messaged Kari. I don't think she's on that yet. Okay. I'm sweating. I'm sorry. I look disgusting for whatever reason. I'm like, no, look at my hair. That's sweat underneath it. I'm gonna feather it.
Hey, I'm still
down.
sweating over here from Stacy's organization, or Missy Peg.
Hey, look at this. I had to go get my husband's social security card to get him signed up. A-hole.
Game
There
face.
you go.
Game face. That's funny. Anybody else not have their spouse signed up for anything?
Right, you need to get your feet done.
You can see it? Whatever, I have good looking feet. They have more hair than my head. That's the weird part.
Gross. Okay, Kari, will you finish? I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I had a feeling that was gonna happen to me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
I think it was posted, I don't know if it was in the Diamond Group or in Lux Republic, but Katie posted a script that she sends out every time. And I feel like for me last month, that was like a game changer. Like they didn't say anything back. They're like, well, yeah, I want to save $40. Of course I want to sign up as a discount member. And then if I want to cancel it, I'll just cancel it. And I have used that every time, and I've sent it to everyone on my team. And I feel like for my small team, and I just have a couple people that are actively working the business, it has completely changed things for us.
Yeah. I mean, it's like they're a coach. Whether they feel like a coach or not, they're still a coach helping your business right now. Now, if in a month or 2 months they want to start actively working the business or want to dig in a little more, great. Like, that's an awesome bonus. But at least they're in as a member and they're helping you work a step closer to your goals. So, yes, count them for sure and keep them going in for sure. I mean, honestly, out of the 30 people I sign a month, probably 5 of those people hit Success Club. 10 total of those people are probably like, yeah, we work business great. And then the rest of them, the other 20 are like, I'll do it for the discount or I'll see how it goes. And those people who never do anything. So it is a numbers game though. I mean, the more people you sign, the more people you're talking to, the more people are going to, the higher the number of people you're going to have that actually jump in and do something with it. So, anybody else? Want me to look at their organization or want to have questions about placement or about what to do with one person or anything? Brett, I want you to share what you said on the break. You said something about everybody's worried about something, but not about this.
Like I said earlier, I just, a lot of times we get wrapped up, and Raina was guilty of this too. Like getting wrapped up in, oh man, I'm really long. Getting wrapped up in like the numbers piece of it, as far as the structuring and where to put coaches and the points that that I get for this and the points that I get for that and all that fun stuff, and PV and TV and all these things mean when
it's good to know those things.
It is. It's good to know, but again, remember, your best time with what she's going to call your best time spent with those doing their best. You got to spend your time, 90% of your time, like Brenda said, with those coaches that are actively working the business, that that are pushing for Success Club, that are pushing for Emerald, right? Who want to do that, and you've got to get them right out the gate before they lose interest. You know what I mean? And I think that's what changed for you a lot. Whenever you kept worrying about elite and all this stuff, and I'd be like, look, like you got to just, that'll come. Kind of like Samantha, like she was saying with you, like you've got the points. You don't have to worry about the points.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's going to come if you do nothing else different, right? But just really focus on those people that are going to get you where you need to go. You know what I mean?
Because the points get you halfway there. Having coaches at Success Club gets you halfway there. Signing coaches gets you halfway there. Combo of everything. Oh, I was getting ready to mute you, Kirsten. Thank you. And hi. Best Baby Ever Award. So yeah, it's a combination of everything that you have to be doing. And I know it seems overwhelming sometimes and it seems like a lot of information sometimes, but that's where creating a schedule for yourself and seriously writing out your goals and your daily to-dos is so important, especially when you get to the place where we are, where you're diamonds or above and you have different people you have to be working with and different people you have to be motivating and talking to and doing all these things every single day, things that come with leadership, whether you think you're a leader or you're not. It took me forever to be like, I'm a leader, you still have to do these things. We still have to work with, like Brett said, I saw the biggest shift in my business when I stopped doing training groups and I started working with people more one-on-one. I stopped throwing them into a group with, 5, 10 other people for 30 to 60 days where they would just fall off and not participate, just like a challenge group, where they would just lose focus, lose momentum. They were just bored because they were like, okay, I'm ready to go, but I can't until the training group's done. That's gone. So now we're like, here's a video. This is all the information you need to do. Let me know when you're done with the video, and then we're going to set some goals. And so straight out of the gate, I'm like, okay, first step, Success Club. During Success Club, you're going to be signing 3 people, and they're going to be coaches, and you're going to get to Emerald rank. And it's just like setting small little goals like this is what's going to help them get there and get there and get there and grow and allow them to see a little bit of the business. Because, in the beginning, all of our commissions, all of our checks are really through commissions. It's through selling things. We don't have a lot of team cycle bonus in the beginning. And so just allowing them to have a little bit of taste of what the difference in this business is super important. They need that, yeah.
When your list started changing from numbers to names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
mean, really,
I know.
what I mean? That started making a huge difference because, like you said earlier, we started finding throughout these calls. And again, I'm not as involved as Rain is, on these calls, obviously, but when I started trying to get involved more, I was like, oh my gosh, a lot of these people that we talk to they don't know what diamond is. 2, they don't know the difference between left and right leg and all that stuff and what they need. They didn't know that one of their coaches had 7 coaches underneath them, and you know what I mean? They just, all these little kind of drop balls.
Yeah.
And so, anyway.
I have a question about helping your team. Obviously, Hannah, she is almost to diamond. She has pretty much signed up like who she's going to use in club as well as like using them as coaches with Beachbody. What do I do to keep her pushing? Once she enrolls all those people, I'm afraid, because she asked me the other day, she's like, how many do I need to sign up? I'm like, just as many as you can, as many as you want forever. Like, keep going.
Forever.
How do I keep her, because her main focus is the club aspect of it. How do I keep her going?
What do you mean the club aspect?
Like her Women on Weights program.
Okay.
Yeah.
The problem with Hannah, if she's not finding any coaches and not putting any kind of time into the coaches that.
She has so many coaches.
Yeah.
In like 2 weeks, it's awesome. She needs one more emerald and she's a diamond. Like, it's crazy. I'm so jealous.
Well, no problem saying coaches, but if she doesn't find
Yeah.
that taste of someone actually working the business, she's going to keep seeing this as a business that's just about selling challenge packs and not building volume.
She obviously has no problem signing up discount members. That's for sure. So are these her 2 emeralds, are they legit people wanting to work the business, or are they something else?
I think all the people that she signed up so far are going to be business workers at some point. But that's my question, is how do I keep her pushing them and herself? You know what I mean? Like, I think at some point they will, but she's using them to grow WOW through Beachbody. Like, she wants her online to explode because her WOW in club is so huge already.
I mean, that's where it's like you're just going to have to sit down with her and find out what her goals are. You have to have that talk with her. Like, if she wants to stay where she is in Beachbody, then keep doing what you're doing. But if you want to take it a step further and actually grow, I don't know what her motivation is. I don't know if she wants the income or just for fun or what her situation is. But I feel like you're going to have to just sit down and talk to her and say, okay, this is what you want, then this is what's going to have to happen. You're going to have to, spend a little time with those people wanting to work the business and grow them and invest time in them. Because right now, you're still announcing her coaches. You are.
Right. Oh, yeah. I know. I thought that she was doing it, and she was like, "Hey, so and so." I was like, "Okay, well, I'm not signing up coaches, so I guess I can."
Well, that's what I told Andrew, is like, when Andrew and I talk, I'm like, you really got to keep on her.
Yeah.
She's so, like, into, like, the women on weights or whatever, and the club piece of it. I'm like, you've got to keep showing her and creating value for her and building the team. She's talked before, I guess, from what I've heard, she's working all these kind of hours and stuff like that. Even though she loves what she does, she wants more time with the kids and stuff. Well, by building a team and working with just those 2 or 3 coaches that she have that, want to work with business halfway, I mean, that provides that luxury for that. That frees up her time.
Depends on what she wants in the business. Like I said, if she's enjoying it and it's going great for her as it is right now, then great. Maybe she'll be happy and just fine as diamond, because I know a lot of coaches who are diamond, and ironically, they're not on this call, who are happy at diamond, and are not wanting that extra income and don't need that extra income. I don't care how much we make, I'm always going to want the extra income. But they're not motivated by that. They're just more, they're like a pearl personality. They just enjoy the business so much. They don't feel like they need to be paid for it and that kind of thing. So that may be her personality, and I don't know, but that's where I would just sit down and have a conversation with her. Like if you want to take this a step further, then we need to take it a step further.
Okay.
It's hard once they get to like a certain, and you guys know this, I think I've been with this kind of with everybody, but once they get to a certain rank, it's like you kind of have to stop being like, nice, okay, let's do it. You know what I mean? You have to kind of be like tough love a little bit and be like, okay, you have goals to hit and you're sharing this with me, then we need to freaking do something about it. We need to hit these goals. You know what I mean? I kind of pull the tough love card every once in a while and call people out because, they're not doing those small tasks every single day that they need to be doing to get where they want to be. There's your answer. So I'm going to go back to meetings, bro.
Okay, I have a question.
Yay!
So I feel kind of embarrassed that I just learned this week, but I did not know that you could strategically preferred place people.
Yeah.
I thought it was just on the little drop down that you could do left and right leg. And so I'm wondering how I need to be more proactive when my goal is higher income. Placing people. I know I need to be building my weak leg, but how do I know on my weak leg? Do I put a majority of them underneath my husband, or is that's where I'm not sure.
You're under,
Rebecca Davis.
I just looked you guys up. Let me look at your stuff. Hold on. Because, yes, I didn't even know that you could place people strategically under other people until literally, when did I learn that?
6 months ago.
Like 6 months ago, literally. Because I had that issue where I was like, okay, I feel like I can make this happen. I feel like I can have volume. I feel like I can have rank. I can have top 10. I can have all these things, but something's missing. And then Arnold was like, why don't you just get extra volume? Why don't you just sponsor them from your first business center under Brett and then get double the volume? And I was like,
What?
literally, like, I'm pretty sure that was my reaction. I was like, Brett, guess what we can do? And so it like completely skyrocketed everything. I'll stop talking. Let me look really fast at your business. You are as far down as I can go, luckily. You're really at the top. Okay. So your right leg is your strong leg.
Yes.
So, and you're 1-star qualifying. It really comes in handy when you do have that second business center, because I can sponsor people in my first and place them in my second, so that it go like diamonds and things like that go towards my first 15, or like pushing for 15-star or whatever, but volume goes through my second and through my husband and then back up to me. So it's kind of like best of both worlds. Yeah, it's like heaven, Chris. And so it'll really help at that point, but right now, if your spouse is your husband and your strong leg or weak leg.
He's in my weak leg.
Good. Okay, so you can, basically, so like when you go into your genealogy, this is the only time I go into genealogy ever.
That's crazy.
Yes. So you'll see him like wherever he is, he's on your left leg. So you can go and it'll say like, go to left bottom outside leg, or something like that. You click that little button, it'll go all the way down here to the very left outside leg. And if you do this in your first business center, and then go to him, very left bottom outside leg. You can click set placement and it'll place it there. So everyone that you sign is going to go to that left bottom leg. It's going to go through him. It's going to go back up to you. Does that make sense at all?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So do I want to keep, like right now I have one side that just goes forever because I've been placing them just on left, so it goes really, really far down. Do I need to start like offsetting that back and forth? Does that matter? Or is it okay that it's just one really, really long?
It's fine, honestly, because you're so away, like far away from 2 to 1. Like you have a lot of catching up to do in your leg. So I say stack it.
Okay.
I would stack it under him. For
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, for sure in the placement.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. But yeah, you guys can do that. So if you have like, a lot of volume in your strong leg and your husband's in your weak leg and you've got the volume for your husband in his strong and weak leg and whatever, you can go into your first business center, you have to go into your my sponsorship, or not your sponsorship drill down, my drill down, and then genealogy, and then it'll show you like your genealogy, you're up here, and then your husband and your friend or whatever, and then you can click a little button. Let me look and see what it says exactly. But it says like go to something. Let me look. Yeah, go to bottom left or go to bottom right. So Brett's in my left, I can click go to bottom left and click that little open, like when I do that, there's an open placement at the very bottom, and I can click that left outside leg and it'll set my placement to that spot. So that any coaches that sign up through my first business center are gonna be placed in that very bottom left spot so that all that volume rolls up through Brett first.
Okay, Raina, I got a question.
Have I lost everyone? Go ahead.
Actually, it's a couple. I started as a discount. I didn't really even know what coaching whatever was, but I got hooked immediately within like a week. So, the very first person I signed was my husband, which sucks because he's on my strong leg.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, after that, I signed his sister, so she's at the top of my right, which is my weak leg. And then after that, I signed my sister Taylor, who is kicking ass. I just want to say that right off bat. She's like my one and only strong coach.
Is she your sister?
That's my sister, yeah.
I had no idea.
But like I said, I had no idea what I'm doing, so she is on my weak leg, but she's on the inside of my weak leg, right underneath my first coach that I signed on the right. So,
yeah.
I'm not I'm a diamond, but I'm not solid, I guess, because I know that I struggle. I will admit I'm struggling in my combos, so I'm trying to like get better on that. But
how's Michelle? Is she a relative that you control? Like you control that business?
who?
Mitchell. Sorry, I said Michelle.
That's my husband. That's okay. Everybody does.
Sorry, not Michelle. I read it too fast.
That's okay. Nope, that's my husband.
Okay. Well, that's good. I mean, honestly, as long as you keep recruiting, you're a solid diamond because you have your husband and you have her who's diamond and beyond. Like, he's doing amazing. So you've got those strong coaches as long as you keep your recruiting game strong. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it does suck. Let's be real. It does suck that most people are kind of hidden. You know, your husband is in your strong leg, and let me do the math on yours really fast. You want to know that? And then, yeah, she's in the inside of your weak leg. So it does suck, but it's not impossible. Like, when I signed up, I don't know if I said this already, but I signed up 2 people who are, like, not even working the business anymore. Brett was my 4th coach, and my mother-in-law was my 4th coach. So those 2 coaches that I signed up first are canceled and gone. I don't even know where they were. But they rolled up to my other leg, and Brett at the time wasn't in my strong leg. Wasn't in my weak leg. He was in my strong leg. Danelle's actually in my weak leg, my true weak leg. But Danelle wasn't even going to work the business, like, initially. She, it was a year before she jumped into things. We were kind of, like, stuck with this, account in our weak leg that we weren't really doing much with, and then we had Brett in my strong leg who we couldn't really do much with because he was in a strong leg. But from adding people consistently, and I was one that did I kept them kind of even for a long time. I would add 2 here, add 2 here, add 2 here, add 2 here until they got pretty solid. But what was a strong leg, or my weak leg surpassed what was technically my strong leg. And now they're like neck and neck. So I was able to grow them up enough to where it didn't really matter where Brett was placed. I could kind of create my own weak leg and strong leg by doing that. So you can do the same. It just sucks right now because you're missing out on a lot of volume. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Let me add yours up really fast because I want to know what you're missing out on here. I know you want to know too.
Now you're gonna make me cry, probably.
Yeah, don't cry. $858 a week. Don't cry. Use it as fuel. That's what I tell everybody else. I'm like, use it as fuel. That's like insane. Insane. So that is where get solid. Get, a strategy and start adding coaches consistently. I mean, you've got more on your right than you do on your left, which is okay, but you don't want to let your left leg go and have people go inactive and lose rank and things like that. So I would just set a number in your head for, X amount of coaches every single month, and that's what you need to shoot for. And that's what I would focus on right now more than anything else is signing new people, getting new blood.
Okay.
Because that's what you need to, that's where you need the work at, or the work on.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I hope that helped.
Can you check mine, Raina, and
Of course.
make sure I'm placing everybody where I should be?
Let me look up Heather. You were in my second business center, Heather.
Ooh.
I know. It's so fancy. Kari is too. Yeah, I have Kari, Heather, Sheena, and who else? Crystal Felice, all in my right leg in my second business center, and no diamonds in my left leg. None. 4 diamonds in my right leg in my second business center. I love you guys, but dang. I'm just like, crap. I need some people on my other leg to hit diamonds. Okay, Heather, you have a beautiful looking downline. Let me just play that. Okay, so you've got, at this point you've got 4 coaches or 4 emeralds in your left leg, and Liz, who's on fire, in your right leg. So I would obviously let me look at your volume. Okay, and surprisingly, your left leg is still your weak leg. That's fine. So your volume is about the same as Jamie's as far as the numbers. So that's like, 800, 850 that you're missing out on each week. I don't know what your paychecks are right now, but that's a chunk. So I would work on adding a few more coaches to that right leg because that's your strong leg. Are all the coaches that you have in your right leg, are they working the business or most of them discount?
I think Liz is on the right leg there, and she's just waiting on some emeralds. I'm trying to think of who else is on my right. Amber might be on my right.
Katie, Amy, Susan, Carrie, and Chastity and Mandy.
Yeah, they're all discount.
Okay. So what I would do, since your left leg is, even though it's where you have 4 of your emerald coaches, I would try to stack that because you're a pretty solid diamond. I would probably do like 2 to your left leg, 1 to your right, 2 to your left, 1 to your right, just in hopes that you get some more rock stars in your right leg just to make you a stronger diamond or have more than 1 emerald in that leg. But that'd be the only reason that I would add to your right leg. It's just for a little more cushion in that leg as far as emeralds and stuff. But yeah, I would do probably 2 to 1. 2 in your left leg, 1 in your right leg, 2 in your left, 1 in your right. And then I would pinpoint those people. Liz is obviously going to be a diamond pretty quickly. She's doing amazing. And then, Kristen, Jennifer, and Amber, that are all emerald. Right? I would do the same thing that I said for Samantha Holly. I would talk to them one-on-one and say, all right, when are we pushing for diamond? Let's do this, and get them one-on-one, and then put them all in a group together and be like, all right, winner gets this. And just make it kind of a fun, friendly competition for them. I know not everybody's driven by, prizes and things like that, but I know a lot of people are. And so throwing them a tote plus, a gift card to Victoria's Secret or something like that. Anything like that you can do to motivate your coaches, I highly recommend doing. I was so desperate. I gave like $50 to each and my first 2 emeralds, and then think it was when Stacy was a coach, or right when you hit that. Wasn't I doing like $100 to my diamonds or something like that? Doesn't I pay you $100? First time to diamond gets $100. I think I did that. I was so desperate, but I did it. But yeah, I paid my emeralds $50, and it worked. Like, everybody wants a little bit of extra money, so if any of you are struggling to keep people around or grow people, I'm like, throw them a little bit of cash. They'll be in. And like,
I actually told any of them if they make it to Diamond by November 18th, I'd give them $100. So.
there you go. Cash dogs. That's awesome. But yeah, you really have a good looking downline. I would just kind of start stacking where you can in hopes that some rock stars pop up. It's totally random. I mean, like when Stacy hit diamond, Stacy was you were my first diamond. It was Stacy, then Danielle, then Samantha. You were all kind of like right there. I think, if I remember right. But it was like, you know, give them a date, give them a goal, help with them one-on-one, work with them one-on-one, tell them they need this, they need that, and just kind of set it up for them, because a lot of times they don't know. A lot of times your diamond coaches or people who are pushing for diamond don't have any idea what they don't even know how to get to their sponsorship drill down. You have no idea how many people I've come across that are like, where'd you see that? And I'm like, oh my gosh, this button, click this button. So just takes a little bit of loving, a little bit of one-on-one time to really help push them where they need to be. Anybody else?
Can you check mine, Raina?
Yeah, who's talking?
Stephanie Pryor.
Okay. Like, I still have 19 faces on here. That's a good ratio. Okay, Stephanie Pryor, who is your direct upline?
Well, I kind of under Kristen Ganser, but then 2 people under.
Okay, I hope I can go that far. Let me go to Rachel Lane. And then Rachel Lane, Kristen Ganser, then who?
Jenna Olcott, and then Danelle Hensley is my upline.
Oh, you're like the very last person I can go to. Okay. I can't see your downline. I can see your volume, but I can't see your downline.
Okay.
So your volume, from what you're like how I was, like neck and neck. Like, you're not leaving anything to be taken.
Okay.
It's a good thing and a bad thing, but you're like, okay, let's grow. Come on. You know, what does your downline look like? Or I guess, what was your concern?
I just didn't know maybe if you had any tips on how to increase my income, but I think on my weak leg, I have 2 emeralds, and then I have one really strong emerald on my
What is your name?
strong leg.
Okay.
But then I probably have like 11 on my weak leg, 11 coaches, and 7 on my strong leg, but most of them are discount.
Yeah. I mean, in reality, and like I said, it was probably the first year of my business, my paychecks were commission. They were challenge packs that I sold. They were, doing sales and holiday stuff and things like that. It was mostly, and I honestly want to go back and look. I want to see how long it took for me to actually grow a sturdy team cycle bonus, because I know it took at least 6 months to grow a decent team cycle. Yeah, at least, Preston. So my biggest advice is for, those of you that are newer, keep going, because it's not going to happen overnight. Those, I don't know what you're making now, but those small paychecks, the $100, $200, $300 a week, that might be it for a while, unless you're just one of those coaches who's like successful 20, 30 every single month, then it's obviously going to be a little bit higher. But my biggest tip to you guys as far as growing that team cycle bonus is duplication. Is showing your coaches that they need to be hitting Success Club 10 every month, just like you do, and that they need to be signing coaches just like you do. The bigger your team grows, the bigger your team cycle volume grows. It's insane how fast it can grow if you are consistently adding people. And I think that's where most of you guys struggle, is by not adding enough coaches to your organization. That's really what it is. That's what it comes down to. So if you're stuck at coach a month, or 2 coaches a month, or 3 coaches a month, you've got to add more people. You just have to. And if you're stuck and not knowing where to go, dig deeper. You know what I mean? You have to make sure you're shooting for at least 5 coaches a month. It sounds crazy, but make it a goal to do a coach a week. How many people does that mean you have to talk to every single week? probably like 50 people a week that you need to have conversations with, that you need to follow up with, that you need to be talking to get that one person. But I mean, it's worth it. If you can, set aside time in your schedule to dig deep and talk to new people and meet new people and reach out to people, then you need to do it. And identifying people, like in your newsfeed, people who you think would make good coaches, or in your challenge groups. You cannot be afraid to mention it. You have to mention it to every single person. And the moment I put on blinders and just to everyone and asked everyone and not really caring what anybody thought or what their reason was going to be or their objection would be, at that point, it was when everything kind of skyrocketed. And I would sign 5 coaches a month and 10 coaches a month and more and more and more, because once you start talking to people and mentioning it to people, it just gets easier and easier. And you're like looking at every opportunity, every conversation, you're looking for that in to be able to mention coaching. Every single conversation I have, I mention coaching in some way, any way possible, I mention it. So that's really what it comes down to as far as growing your income. If you don't want it to be, nobody wants to sell. Nobody wants to sit around and sell challenge packs all day. I didn't. Sure as heck didn't, but I did it because I knew it's what had to be done in the short term for the long term. Hey, girl! Sorry.
Dana, can you check mine on what we're missing out on?
All right, yeah. You're in my second business center, so it might not be a lot, but let me look. Sorry, Brett's yelling at the girl. Okay. Recombinate. You've also got a beautiful downline.
It's definitely not solid though. Like I wake up every day and I run and look at my drill down to see, who's, my discount coaches that are going to be inactive and things like that.
Yeah. Well, and one thing that I don't know if you guys all heard Brittany Leggett's call, but one thing she said, and I own it. Oh my gosh. I open my drill down on Mondays and then I just go from there. But she was like, I check it on Friday, I check it on Monday, and then I check it on Wednesday. And it just gives you guys time to actually look at your downline and make sure that things are, where they should be. So I highly recommend that. If you guys don't check your drill down every single month, you need to. I usually do it just to cover everybody's butt. But it'd be great if you guys checked it on Friday and were like, hey, I've got 2 coaches going inactive. What should I do? And then we can brainstorm, and it kind of gives us time to work on it versus finding out on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, if that makes sense.
I check mine 2 or 3 times a day, I feel like. I'm obsessing over it now.
I know, and it's one of those things, I think I kind of did that in the beginning until you get the amount of people where you're like, okay, I'm pretty solid now. Yeah, so you've got, Kayla will be Emerald soon, hopefully. She's got 1 coach. You've got Harold, and you've got Brittany all on your right leg, and then you've got Colby and Kelsey, who is doing awesome, it looks like. Kelsey is pretty close to diamond.
She's the one that hasn't signed her husband up yet.
Oh my gosh. Brett just said rough. Okay, yeah. You need to have a heart-to-heart with her and tell her she needs her husband signed up, and she needs to put him in her right leg. That's her weak leg, and the leg she actually needs 1 more coaching. So that's what I would tell her to do. And then, since she obviously has no problem signing coaches, I would have her put underneath him, and then boom, she's diamond. She just needs 1 coach and 1 emerald in that right leg, and then that can happen. So I would honestly break that down for her. If she wants to be successful in this, which it sounds and looks like she does, then I would have that conversation with her for sure. Colby, obviously, I would start working with. Is Harold, who is he?
That's my dad. He's the one that comments on everything.
No, and I love it. That's what I thought. And so he would be one that I would encourage and grow, and also try to get to diamond, because you've got, what did I say, Kelsey? Yeah, you've got Kelsey and Colby in 1 leg, who can both be diamond, and then Harold, there's 3-star right there. If you didn't grow anymore, if you didn't add any more coaches. So I know that, the more coaches you're adding, the better, and the more potential diamonds you'll have. But let me look. So you've got 4, 5, 6 in your right, and then 4 in your left. So let me look at your 5 in your left, sorry. Let me look at your weak and strong legs. Okay, So your left leg is your weak leg, which is good because that's where Colby's at. So I would start placing people in, like sponsoring them through your first business center and placing them under Colby's business center now that he's earning team cycle bonus. He also has, yeah, because that's his weak leg. And so you'd be sponsoring, yes, that's perfect. So sponsor them under Colby in Colby's weak side in your organization. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Now, is that his right side then?
His weak leg is his right side, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me add up what you're missing out on here.
How are you telling what's their weak side and what's their strong side?
I can see, so if you go into your sponsorship drill down, you see like the list of all your coaches. If you click on their name, it'll pull up, like a new window pops up, and you'll see on the right hand side, it'll say my volume, which is for that person. It'll say projected PV, customer PV, projected customer PV. It'll say left leg volume and right leg volume, and that's where I'm looking. So I can see currently, as of right now, what their volume is. Colby's missing out on $122 a week, just so you know.
Did you hear that?
$500 a month?
I know, Bro goes, that's almost $500 a month. Get with it.
He's shaking his head right now.
And then you are missing out on $475 a month, or a week. $475 a week. I know. So you guys, that number, I mean, what I'm like spitting out, these numbers that I'm spitting out, if you got your left leg to half of what your strong leg is or your weak leg is, or not left leg, I'm sorry, if you got your weak leg to whatever half of your strong leg was, that's what you guys have been making. And that's done by adding coaches to that leg and growing coaches in that leg. It's not saying you don't want to grow coaches in your strong leg, because you want to do both, because obviously you want to get to 2-star, you want to get to 5-star, whatever and beyond. But that's where your volume is really going to see a spike, is if you start adding to your weak leg to be able to, increase that team cycle bonus, that 2-to-1. You really.
Did you check mine, Reyna's?
Yeah. You are under Jamie. Let me laugh. Isn't it fun to see how much you could be making?
I'm scared.
It was really, I think the first time I did it was when I did it for Danelle, and I was like, oh my God. I'm going to do hers again just for fun so everybody can see it. Hold on. Your mom's. Yeah, it was ridiculous.
It was like, what?
Taylor, you don't have a lot in either. Are you getting any team cycle bonus right now?
I did I will get it this week.
Because I'm showing only 45 PB in your left leg.
Yes.
Because you're
I got it last week, I should say. But the check I will get this week.
Okay. You, girl, unfortunately, are going to have to grow from the ground up. Because of where your beautiful sister placed you, she kind of made it difficult. It's okay. Nobody knows until it's already done. But you are going to have to just grow from the ground up. I would say for you to be working with, who do you have? You have Brittany in one leg and Bridget in the other. I mean, I would dig into both of them and make sure that they are kicking butt and growing your team, because we know it doesn't stop at Emerald. You need to help them set a date for Diamond. You need to help them get there. Any other potentials that you have in your downline, I would work with one-on-one. I really would. It's worth that private message and sending that extra, 5 minutes to that extra talk to help them grow, because that team cycle bonus is just, it's nothing as of right now, but the potential in it is huge. It's just absolutely huge. Let me look up Danelle. I hope I have enough time before I close out of here. I want to see what Danelle does. If I get kicked out, I will post it because it's funny. Danelle's probably having a heyday right now. Yeah, hers is, oh my gosh, hold on, don't go away. 6,800 a week that she's missing out.
She said she just screamed.
She just screamed. Danelle said she just screamed. Yeah, 6,800 a week. Can you believe that? Just because she was placed at the top of my organization. So that says something for your spouse. Keep going, keep building, and eventually grow them. And that extra is just going to be sitting there waiting to be tapped into. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So I'm going to get kicked off anytime. So I thank you guys so much for hopping on. If you do have questions, I want to talk to you if you guys have questions or anything else you want me to look at. So please just private message me. I am working tonight and I will not ignore your messages. I promise. I will be around. So just shoot me a message if you guys have anything you want to talk about, okay? Bye. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.